Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is RUZALLI. I'm from Group 3. We present about Chapter 2 with my friend KRITHIKAN. I'm going to present about function of trading house in exchanging best practices in Malaysia. First, let me tell you the definition of trading house. A trading house is a business that specializes in facilitating transactions between a home country and a foreign countries. Trading house is an exporter, importer, and a trader that purchases and sells products for other businesses. Trading house provide a service for businesses that want international trade expert for to receive or deliver goods or services. Next, we move to exchanging best practices in Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have best practices for importing into and exporting out of Malaysia, which is import and export licensing. But not all goods, whether imported or exported, require a license. To import or export goods which require a license, traders first must register with the Companies Commissions of Malaysia. Once registered, a company must then apply for an import license from the Ministry of International Trade and Industry (MITI). Malaysia uses a privatized single digital window for all import and export regulation called Dagang Net. However, having a robust understanding of Malaysia's licensing schemes for imported and exported goods will save traders from being rejected by custom officials. This is a list of main goods that requiring a license, which is agricultural product, animals, living or dead, foodstuff, iron and related products, heavy equipment, vehicles including motorcycles and plants. All incoming processed meat and livestock products must be certified halal and must originate from slaughterhouses inspected and approved by the Malaysian veterinary and religious authorities. Next is documents that are required for importing and exporting when bringing goods into or out of Malaysia. Trader must provide the following document to custom official, which is custom export or import declaration, commercial invoice, bill of lading, packing list, and certificate of origin. Further permits required for certain exported goods. Certain goods require additional approval from affected ministries under the Custom Prohibition of Export Order 1998. These goods include Wastes and Toxic, Director General of Environmental Quality, Animals, Dead or Alive, permit from Wildlife Department and Department of Veterinary Services, antique, license from Museum Department, coral used in jewelry, export permit from Director General of Fisheries, wheat or muslin flour, permit issued from Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, pesticides, Ministry of Agriculture, chemicals, Ministry of Health, and radioactive materials, Director General of the Atomic Energy Licensing Board. We move to the next best practices in Malaysia, which is tariff and taxes. Malaysia follow the harmonized tariff system (HTS) for imported and exported goods not originating from member state of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN). For imported and exported goods arriving from Asian member states, Malaysia follow the Asian Harmonized Tariffs Nomenclature (AHTN). Import tariff and taxes. Malaysia levies a tariff rate which range from 0 to 50%, following ad valorem rates. However, the average duty paid on industrial goods imported into Malaysia is 6.1%. Malaysian custom apply higher tariff rates to goods in which considerable production already exists domestically, as well as so-called sinful goods such as pork and alcohol. Malaysian custom apply either a reduced tariff or else a tariff exemptions on raw materials imported into Malaysia for use in the manufacture of exported goods. Particularly when such raw material is difficult to source domestically, Malaysian custom imposes a standard goods and service tax on imported goods at 6%. Export tariff and taxes. Malaysian custom apply a tariff on exported goods between 0 to 10% following ad valorem rates under Malaysia's Custom Act 1976. Tariff paid on exported goods which were originally sourced from imports are eligible for a 90% refund. For industrial zones and free commercial zones, Malaysia currently possesses 13 free industrial zones, FIZs, and 12 free commercial zones, FCZs. Companies operating out of FIZs and FCZs may import raw material, product, and equipment without paying tariff. Free trade agreements. Malaysia is a partner to 7 bilateral free trade agreements (FTA) and 6 regional FTA. Malaysia has signed bilateral FTA with Australia, Chile, India, Japan, New Zealand, Pakistan, and Turkey. Malaysia is a partner to the Asian Trade in Goods Agreement and a member of 5 regional FTA through the ASEAN with Australia, China, India, Japan, and Korea. In order to benefit from this FTA, trader must provide a Preferential Certificate of Origin (PCO) along with their goods. To apply for a PCO, traders must go through Malaysia's Single Window Clearance (Dagangnet). Furthermore, the Malaysian government has created a free trade agreement calculator to help traders determine if their goods are eligible for reduced tariff. Next, I pass this presentation to KRITHIKAN to continue with his slide, acting as a spokesman and a channel of communication.
Good morning, madam. I am KRITHIKAN, son of Krishnamuthy from DLS 4A. My matric number is 23 DLS 19F2055. Today, I will like to present about acting as a spokesman and channel of communication based on the topic identify the function of trading house. First is duties and function. In the present media-sensitive world, many organizations are increasingly likely to employ professionals who have received formal training in journalism, communications, public relations, and public affairs in this role in order to ensure that public announcements are made in the most appropriate fashion and through the most appropriate channels to maximize the impact of favorable messages and to minimize the impact of unfavorable messages. Celebrity spokespeople such as popular local and national sports stars such as Michael Jordan or Rob Baker, or television and film stars such as Beyonce or Michael J. Fox are often chosen as spokespeople for commercial advertising. Next is about responsibility. Unlike an individual giving a personal testimonial, it is the job of a spokesperson to faithfully represent and advocate for the organization positions, even when these conflict with their own opinion. As a result, spokespeople are generally selected from experienced long-time employees or other people who are known to support the organization goals. In addition, I would like to talk about identity. A corporation may be represented in public by its chief executive officer, chairperson or president, chief financial officer, counsel, or external legal advisor. In addition, on a day-to-day level and for more routine announcement, The job may be delegated to the corporate communication or investor relation departments or equivalent who will act as a spokespeople. As an example, in the particle physics community, large collaboration of physics electron or two spokespeople are leaders of the collaboration. The spokesperson in such cases is the lead scientist of the collaboration, not a public speaker. Each collaboration chooses the roles and responsibility of the spokesperson for internal purpose, but typically spokespeople also have defined roles for liaising with the host celebrity and or funding agencies. What are communication channels? Communication channels are mediums through which you can send a message to its intended audience. For example, phone calls, text messages, emails, video, radio, and social media are all types of communication channels. Communication channels refer either to a physical transmission medium such as a wire or to a logical connection over a multiplex medium such as a radio channel in telecommunications and computer networking. A channel is used to convey an information signal, for example a digital bit stream from one or several senders to one or several receivers. A channel has a certain capacity for transmitting information, often measured by its bandwidth in Hz or its data rate in bits per second. Communicating an information signal over space requires some from pathway or medium. These pathways called communication channels use two types of media: cable, twisted pair wire cable and fiber optic cable, and broadcast microwave, satellite radio and infrared cable or wire line media use physical wires or cables to transmit data and information. Twisted pair wire and coaxial cables are made of copper and fiber optic cable is made of glass. In information theory, a channel refers to a theoretical channel model with certain error characteristics in this more general view. A storage device is also a communication channel, which can be sent to written and received from reading and allows communicating an information signal over time. Actually, there are three types of communication channels by formality. For example, formal communication channel, informal communication channel, and unofficial communication channel. Each of these communication channels have different strength and weakness, and oftentimes we can use more than one channel at the same time. That's all from me, madam. I hope that madam can understand well about what had been present. Thank you, madam.